My name is Taja, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would do a video on my braces experience. If you saw my November vlog, you would have seen that I got my braces taken out, finally. Glow up came through in the end. And I thought today I would just share my experience of why I got them and the process and what life's been like since getting them off, because I've had them off for like a month now, so it's been quite a while. Before I start, I'd really recommend two channels that helped me during my braces experience. One is a channel called Braces Explained, which like kind of showed like the science behind braces. A lot of the times like my orthodontist would do stuff and I wanted to understand what he was doing and why he was doing it. So if anyone has any interest in that, then that channel's below. A second channel is a girl called Emma Harvey. So she basically documented her whole braces experience. I found her videos really helpful, so I'm gonna link her down as well. Even though she doesn't do braces videos anymore, you should still subscribe to her. She seems like a nice girl. Oh yeah, and I've got my notes here, so if you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at my notes, because I don't want to ramble, because I ramble too much, kind of like I'm rambling now. The reason why I got braces was because I had bad teeth. And that's not to say, just a disclaimer, this whole video is to say that if you haven't got perfect teeth then you have to get braces, otherwise you'll never be good enough. This is a very personal choice I made. Some people have like not perfect teeth and they look great and it suits them, but for me it didn't suit me. It was something that's always been a really big insecurity of mine. Like when I say big insecurity, I mean like a big insecurity. So normally teeth, like good teeth, are supposed to be like, this is the top row and this is the bottom row, and they're supposed to just like sit like that. So my teeth were like that. My teeth sit. And then on top of that, I had like really gappy teeth as well, especially like these teeth. So when like I smiled, it would be like, and it made me feel really crap about myself. Like, because the thing is with teeth and like any like insecurity on your face is that like you can't hide it. Like if you're eating or you're talking or you're in the mirror or you're taking photos, you can always see it. So I was constantly reminded of how bad they looked, and my confidence was like really low and I felt really ugly all the time, and like I hated myself and hated the way I looked. And like social situations were like really bad. Like when I met new people, when I knew I was going to meet new people, I was always thinking, when they see me they're going to see how ugly I am and they're not going to like me, or they're going to judge me because of my teeth. And then like even like dating, like I was like, oh, I'm never gonna go on a date, because if I went on a date then they're gonna see me and they're gonna be like, ew, I would never date that bitch. You're probably wondering, oh, if you hated your teeth so much, then why didn't you just get braces earlier when you were a kid? Especially because in the UK, if you're under 18, you can get braces for free. I did actually get braces when I was 14, but very briefly, for reasons I'm not gonna get into, just because it's not relevant. I couldn't go to any of the appointments. As I'll explain later on, after you get your braces on, you have to go to like regular appointments to get them tightened, but I wasn't able to go to mine. So they were basically like, oh well, you're not coming to your appointments, well I'll take them off, and now if you want to get braces again, you have to pay for them. Then I got to uni. Basically you get something called student finance, which is money to help you like live and stuff. I also got my university, not every university does this, but my university also gives some students additional bursary money, which they don't have to pay back. When I saw how much money I'll be getting like on a yearly basis, I was like, can I afford braces now? So I did a little calculations, and I found that I possibly could. And you would have to like go to like a proper like dentist or orthodontist to like confirm this, but based on my experience of getting braces when I was 14, and also just general like research, I knew that it would take me about 2 years, which meant that it was most likely that the cost of it, which was £3,000, would be split between 2 years. If it was like, if I had to pay the 3,000 in 1 year, I wouldn't be able to afford it, but because I knew I'd be paying across 2 years, so it was the 3,000 split between 2 years worth of student finance and bursary money, if that makes sense. That's basically how I was able to afford it. I'm not rich, I haven't got a sugar daddy, and the thing is, I want to just like quickly say as well, I don't want to come across as privileged or like I had all this money to like be spending on myself, and like that money was given to me for a reason. It was so I could be financially comfortable and not have to worry about money. And during the process of me getting braces, there were a lot of times that I wasn't financially comfortable. For some people it wouldn't be worth it to do that, but for me it was worth it, because me getting braces was something that would make my life better, make my quality of life better, make my confidence better, and I saw it as a lifelong investment, so that's why I made that decision. So once I decided I was definitely getting braces, I then had to find somewhere to get them done. Luckily there was a dental practice right next to my campus, so I just went there. Originally I wanted to get Invisalign just because it's more like, it's less obvious, but they were like, because my teeth were so bad, they said that Invisalign probably wasn't the best option for me. So if you are thinking of getting Invisalign, keep that in mind. If your teeth are quite severe, it might be better for you, for your treatment, to get braces instead. They said that I could have clear braces in the top row, the bottom row were metal and then top row clear, which made it less obvious that I had braces, which was good. It was also cheaper than getting Invisalign as well, which was nice. So before actually like having the braces put on, I had an appointment to have my teeth cleaned. That was basically done so that the braces had a clean surface for when they went on. I'm not sure if every single orthodontist like does this, but mine did. And then the day of me getting my braces came, I remember feeling like quite excited, but like also like not nervous, because like a lot of these kind of things where like something big's about to happen to me, I do get nervous and like, oh my god. But like I just felt like, I felt like ready, do you know what I mean? Like it'd been a long time coming, so I think at this point I was just like, let's just do this, let's get this did. The process was really, well, it was an hour, so it wasn't quick, but like it was pretty simple. Again, I'm gonna link, if you want to know how they put braces on, I'm gonna link it below. But the process was pretty simple and it didn't hurt at all. I did take paracetamol before going, because I was told that there would be pain, and I'm going to talk about that in a bit. The rest of the day my teeth didn't hurt. In terms of how I felt when the braces were on, I just remember feeling really like, I remember it feeling really weird in my mouth. Like I remember like pouting a lot, like because there was something, I don't know, when there's something weird in your mouth and foreign in your mouth, I don't know, your mouth just, it like, you need time to like get used to it, I guess. So I just remember like pouting and like licking my like teeth and like feeling like the metal. It felt really weird, so it was quite cool. So yeah, like I said, obviously that first day was fine, like because I had taken paracetamol. And me being stupid, think like, I don't know if I forgot I took medication, but I was like, oh well, you know, I'm fine, like I'm gonna be fine. Everyone says, oh, you're gonna get like experience pain for the first week, but I'm fine, like I'm cool. The next day and then the 2 weeks after that, oh my god, like it wasn't fun. It wasn't painful, it was more really uncomfortable. It felt like biting on ice cream. Like imagine like biting on ice cream but like just permanently. That's how it felt. Like it wasn't painful, but it was just extremely uncomfortable. But then it would be painful if you put pressure on your teeth, and obviously the implications of that is that I couldn't eat, and that like really hurt my soul because I love eating. I remember like I made like this like mushroom pasta, and like you think that mushrooms are quite soft, right? I physically could not bite the mushrooms. Like it was horrible. Like I spent the next 2 weeks like living on porridge, rice, ice cream, noodles. A lot of the time I had to swallow whole like food. I had to swallow rice whole and like stuff like that, or like try and squash it on my tongue. Like, so just be aware of that as well. If you're getting braces, like research what foods you don't have to chew, because you won't be able to like chew. And I really took chewing for granted. Like it's like literally like, oh my god, I really took it for granted. Once those 2 weeks were over, I didn't feel pain again and I got used to it and stuff. That was cool. I also did have a lisp as well when they first went in, which was a bit embarrassing, but you know, well, I can't do anything about it. So like I said earlier, once your braces are in, you then have regular appointments that you go to, and they basically are to get your teeth tightened. Again, I'll link a video below. And those also, a few days after that, those would hurt as well, like similar to when you first get them in, first few days. As my like progression with my braces went on, like getting my braces tightened didn't hurt as much. So now I'm just going to quickly go over the different stages of my braces experience and the different elements that were added to my braces and stuff. And like I've said a million times in this video, everything I mentioned is going to link below. So at first didn't really notice any like differences or changes, but by month 9 what had happened was that my teeth were now aligned, so they were still gappy and like stuck out and stuff. So your teeth are supposed to be like a C shape kind of, and they're all like lined like a C, but they like, my teeth were like not aligned. But yeah, by month 9 they were aligned, and once that had happened, my orthodontist then put something called bite turbos underneath these teeth, and they were basically to open my bite up so that when my teeth like when the gaps closed, my teeth would like sit flat against each other. Those were quite uncomfortable because like for a good while I had an open bite, so I couldn't eat again, not because like the pressure, but just because I couldn't like bite down and chew food properly, which was really annoying. Only my back teeth worked, and I also had a lisp as well, which again, not cute. And then my month 10, I was given elastics, and if you've ever had braces before, you know just how annoying elastics are. Like basically they're just to pull your teeth back, but the thing is you have to wear them all the time, which meant that I couldn't snack, and it's just really annoying. And they get lost, you find them everywhere. They end up like in so many random places in your room, and it's like, how did you get there? They also ping off as well, like if you like stretch your mouth too much, or like an elastic band. Like I think apart from the first stage of the braces with the pain, that's probably the part of my braces experience I hated the most, having elastics. By month 12, so a year on, my teeth were now horizontal, so rather than being diagonal, they were now like straight and didn't stick out as much, which was really nice, because that was one of the things that I really I felt insecure about, like having my teeth stick out every time I smiled. And then also was really weird, like I had an appointment, like another like tightening appointment, and at that appointment I had a gap, and then the next day I woke up and then my gap was like gone, like it literally disappeared overnight. And then that again was like amazing, because like my gap was again one of my biggest insecurities with my teeth. So when that gap left out, I really started feeling like something's happening, and like, oh my god. So yeah, it took a year for like the main things to happen, but like when it did, it felt so good. One thing I did experience around like month 14 was that I had like swollen and bleeding gums. I'm not really sure why this happened. I did read that this sometimes happens when you have braces, but I think it was maybe partly I wasn't brushing as well, which obviously when you do get braces, you have to brush like really like diligently and have to really like get in there. So maybe I wasn't brushing well enough, but there were at one point they were like really like inflamed and like bleeding and stuff. So that's something to be aware of if that happens. Don't panic if it does happen, but like it just means that you need to really get in there and give it a clean and stuff, and it probably will go away though. But that wasn't fun as well. That as well. Another thing that I didn't enjoy about my experience. My bottom teeth quickly became like straight and stuff as well around this time as well, which meant that I was given power chains, and those are basically to keep the teeth in place so they didn't move back now that they were straight. So by summer, two amazing things happened. One, no more elastics, which was I was so happy, like hated elastics. And the other thing that I noticed was that like it wasn't like a physical change, but more like a emotional change or psychological change, was that I no longer felt like I couldn't smile. Like I started being confident enough to smile with my mouth open, and that was something I'd never experienced in my life before. I remember in June I went to a festival, and I was taking photos, and like I was smiling with my mouth open, and obviously like my teeth weren't like fully done yet, but like at that point they were so much improved compared to how they were in the beginning, that I had that confidence that I wanted for years was finally coming. And it felt so nice. The first time I was able to like smile in photos, it felt so good. I just remember feeling really happy. So then the final stage of my braces was just basically everything was straight and aligned and stuff, and it was just my front 4 teeth still had gaps. So my front 4 teeth were like together, had no gaps, and then my back teeth were like straight and stuff. But then there was gaps in between. I don't know how to explain it. There was gaps in between my front 4 teeth and then the second and third tooth on each side. So basically that had to be pulled back, and that was pulled back with power chains again. And that took about, I was from summer till like when I got them off, so like November. But yeah, like once I was at that stage, like my teeth were basically straight at that point. It was just like small little gaps, but like it just felt so good. So then the day came that I finally got them off. Just like the process of putting them on, taking them off took an hour as well. Physically, it felt absolutely fine, didn't hurt at all. Emotionally though, like, oh my god, like the day came and I was so excited, but I was also weirdly like sad because like I knew it was like an end of an era. Like after this day I'd never have braces again, and it's kind of like, oh, because I've kind of grown to love them a bit, like, you know, but I knew that getting them off, it was a good thing. It was kind of bittersweet in a way. And then when they were off and I saw them, I saw my teeth for the first time, I was in shock. Like it didn't feel like I was looking at my teeth. Do you know what I mean? It looked like I was looking at someone else's teeth. Like one, they weren't like gappy and gross, and two, they didn't have braces on them. They were like mine. And I was like, what the fuck? It was crazy. I was so happy, like I literally couldn't stop smiling. Also, another thing, if you ever had braces and got them taken off, you'll know how weird it feels having your braces off and feeling your teeth for the first time in like ages, and how like slimy and soft it feels, like licking them. Like you just like, even though I still do it, like, ooh, it was weird. Getting them off was like a weight lifted off my shoulder. Like it felt so good. Like, oh my god, it was just amazing. The best feeling in the world. So then a few days after I got my braces off, I then had to get like a scan kind of thing. Oh, sorry, I've just run downstairs to get a parcel. Anyway, yeah, so I had to have like a scan thing in my mouth, and that was so model of my teeth could be taken, so that my retainers could be made. Then a week after that, I then had my retainers, and they're super easy to put on. You just like slip them in. They were a bit tight when I first put them on because my teeth did move a tiny bit since in the 2 weeks that I didn't have retainers yet. Could take about a week to be made. But don't like worry about your teeth moving too much. I mean, think about it. Like it took 2 years for your teeth, not for my teeth anyway, to go from what they were to what they are now. So like, they're not gonna move like overnight back to how they were. Do you know what I mean? Having said that, it is really important to wear your retainers as often as you're supposed to. So my orthodontist said I have to wear these like all the time for 6 months. For some they just stay at night, for some they say you have to wear it all the time for a year. Obviously take them off when you eat. You clean them, well, twice a day. You can just use hand soap. Just make sure you rinse it properly though, because sometimes I have not rinsed it properly and then I can taste hand soap and not the best taste in the world. So just to end this video, I just wanted to give a quick like reflection of my experience and just like final thoughts since having my braces off. One thing that I really like kind of like held on to before I had the braces was that, you know, once I had my braces and my teeth were straight, I'm gonna be so much happier. And since getting them off, I found that yes, but no. So let me explain. If I had got braces all those years ago when I first got them, and then I got my braces off, there's a good chance that I still would have thought I was ugly, because I was at a place where I just genuinely hated myself, and you know, my teeth were just something that happened to be like obviously bad. But now, as I grew up, I learned to love myself more, and it was just like that singular thing, which was my teeth, that was just a problem. But like, I genuinely loved myself or liked myself more, and I feel like changing a part of yourself won't make you happier if that's not the only thing that you're unhappy with, if that makes, I hope I'm making sense. But like now, like for example, having done my teeth, I do feel like I'm beautiful. But before, where I thought I was just genuinely ugly and I genuinely hated myself, I would have done my teeth and I wouldn't have felt that way. So that's just something to keep in mind, that doing this hasn't fixed my problem. I still get sad and I still have problems in my life. Whereas, you know, even though before my braces, I used to think, oh, once I do get braces, everything's gonna be great, and that's not the case. But that specific thing that I wasn't happy about, which was my braces, I am happy about now. It hasn't fixed my other problems, and I know that, and I knew that before getting them off. So there's something to keep in mind. Having said that though, yeah, I'm like so much more confident now. I just feel so beautiful all the time, and everything I wanted for myself in that sense. I've got it now, and it was a lot of money, but worth it, you know, worth it. Would I recommend this? 100%. If your teeth is something you're unhappy with, I would 100% recommend thinking about braces. Yeah, I have zero regrets, like zero regrets. I hope you enjoyed this video and it was as informative as possible. If you have any other questions that I didn't cover, or you just want to know about my experience or about braces in general, then comment below and I'll answer them. And also don't forget to check out the links of the 2 channels I suggested if you want to know more stuff about braces that I couldn't explain. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like it if you liked it, and subscribe for more content from me. And yeah, hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.